Ben Bolch writes about and talks to UCLA football coach DeShaun Foster. The doubts have resurfaced, the same old chatter as before, swirling around DeShaun Foster like an all-out blitz. He's never been a coordinator, much less a coach. What does he know about leading a team? Isn't he way too mellow and reserved for this? Some of the skepticism that greeted UCLA's new football coach upon his hiring in February subsided during a feel-good offseason, galvanized his team and energized fans over 4 blissful months. Bruins coach DeShaun Foster gestures during the UCLA football spring showcase at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena on April 27. Then came Foster's freeze during Big Ten Media Day. The coach went quiet after about a minute of small talk on the big stage, his silence broken only by an uncomfortable smile. One of the few things he did say "we're in LA" became an instant meme. It was all the radio hosts and podcasters needed to turn back on the spigot of suspicion. See, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's unprepared. If he can't speak to the media, how is he going to deal with his players? Whenever his verbal stumble is brought up, Foster's expression remains unchanged, as if he's wearing earplugs. He's quick to remind you that he played this game at the highest levels, reaching the Rose Bowl with the Bruins and the Super Bowl with the Carolina Panthers, before going on to develop a fleet of NFL running backs at his alma mater. As far as he's concerned, he has a master's degree in football. Among the many lessons he's learned is that smooth talking doesn't win games. "I'm just not a rah-rah guy, you know," he said. "You don't get any points for being rah-rah." From Mike DiGiovanna. The calendar will soon turn from August to September, and though the Dodgers have baseball's best record, following Sunday's 3-1 victory over Tampa Bay before a sellout crowd of 52,464 in Chavez Ravine, their rotation is filled with enough questions to raise serious doubts about their championship worthiness. Will ace Tyler Glasnow elbow and Yoshinobu Yamamoto shoulder return from injuries in time to front a playoff pitching staff? Can Clayton Kershaw and Walker Buehler, both struggling in returns from major surgeries, be counted on down the stretch? Will the inconsistent Bobby Miller regain his 2023 rookie form? Addison Barger and Alejandro Kirk hit 2-run home runs. Kevin Gausman matched a season high by striking out 10, and the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Angels 8-2 on Sunday to complete a sweep of the 7-game season series. Not easy to sweep anyone at any time of the year, Blue Jays manager John Schneider. It's a good feeling for the young guys, for everyone really. It's nice to go out and play good baseball. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. reached base 4 times and drove in a pair of runs as the Blue Jays won for the 11th time in 13 meetings with Los Angeles. Guerrero had 2 hits and the Angels intentionally walked him twice. From Ryan Carchi. By the time he arrived at USC last spring, Jaden Mava looked late to the party. Miller Moss had staked his claim on the Trojans' open quarterback spot in December, throwing 6 touchdowns in a debut, so convincing that coach Lincoln Riley joked he would scare away any transfers who might want to come. Not Mava. Just 2 weeks after Moss' fairytale first start in the Holiday Bowl, he left an assured starting role at Nevada, Las Vegas, then flipped his commitment from Georgia to compete for a job at USC that already seemed won. It was the opposite path most passers would take in this era of instant portal gratification. Yet Mava's journey already had been more circuitous than most. He didn't have the experience of other top quarterback prospects, having picked up the position as a teenager. He didn't grow up learning from a private coach, paying top dollar to train like so many of his peers. Instead, he bounced between 3 high schools in 2 states, moving in with his uncle in Hawaii. As a sophomore out of concern, his life was heading off course in Las Vegas.